example in Watson. Three salient dimensions of Watson put it apart from the computers that we know. First, it understands natural human language. It understands the English that we all speak, and it can read things like how we read. In Jeopardy game, we didn't deal with speech recognition part or text synthesis for answer, because that is a space where a lot of research has already been done, and it's not a great thing. Today we have Android and Apple phones which can understand your voice and convert that into text. And we also have a lot of software from IBM to do that. A decade ago itself, we had a product called WebSphere Translation Server, which was used by heads in US who started operations in Germany. They took the customer questions on customer support in German language in email, and they were translated on this software and sent to the US SMEs. So there's no challenge in that space. So we wanted to put more focus on how do you understand the semantics of the human language. For example, how do you understand nouns and pronouns? How do you understand the pun and wit in our conversation? How do you sense the emotions? How do you understand the different meanings of a word based on the context? That's where we put focus on. And we also focused on how a machine can learn on its own and continue its learning further to deal with any type of question. It's practically not possible to give a pattern or write algorithms to feed all sorts of possibilities before we send somebody for a quiz answering. So this is another field where the computer acts like a human being, learning on its own, remembering what it learns, and then building on top of that. So this is an artificial intelligence space, and this we call this learning as andragogic learning, which is like adult learning, as opposed to a child's learning where we learn ABC first and the words next and then the sentences where we really understand the meaning of that. We start with the adult approach where we know many things already, and we also know what we want to learn next. We know why we want to learn, and we just go to the resources and learn specific to that context. For example, when I prepare for a presentation, I just go find the materials relevant for that, say Watson materials, and then I prepare my presentation. I don't care about the rest of the information in the whole world or even in whole IBM. This approach is tuned into Watson. The third dimension, computers were only dealing with 0 or 1 binary logic so far. So we trained Watson on how to deal with an answer of grayscale, an answer which it's not unsure, but how to validate, how to put a case for that and validate the case on whether that could be a candidate answer or not. So we will see all these three in detail going forward. If you see the type of questions that a computer can answer, for example, you give a big number and ask that to be multiplied with pi and squared and divide with another very big number. These are very good for a computer to do, and these are very difficult for a human being to do. If I ask you to do the sum and tell the answer to me right now, you will not be able to do that. You will take a lot of time. But a computer can answer this in a fraction of a second. Computers can also deal with structured information. For example, if I ask that to do a database query and then tell me the purchase amount of a laptop sale transaction, it can go into my RDBMS, it can crawl through the records, find, match the records, and it can tell me the answer. But in doing so, it just does a matching of characters. Suppose if I ask it to look up for Mr. David Jones' record, as long as I give the name completely in line with what it knows in its database, which is a word-to-word match like DAVID Jones, it can run that query and get me the answer. But if my query is anything different, like say, if I say Dave Jones, it doesn't know that David Jones is the same as Dave Jones, whereas a human being can know. So we know how to deal with these word variants, how to deal with the pet names of human beings or various other things. There are thousands of things that we know that a computer doesn't know. We take them for granted when we think, when we answer, and when we do our day-to-day activities. But these are alien to a computer. To see these problems in a bit more depth, you can take this example. If I ask Watson a question of where was Einstein born, it may crawl through the information. We have actually fed Watson with a lot of information before sending it to the Jeopardy game. We took the complete dump of Wikipedia articles, officially from Wikipedia. So we took a dump of that as text files, and we dumped it into a hard disk. We also took the last 10 years New York Times news articles, again as plain text, and we dumped it. We also dumped few known sets of information like this, which is very much in the public domain, and we dumped all of this, and then we connected that to Watson. And remember, we didn't connect Watson to internet when it is playing. So it was all offline with this information that we have provided to Watson. It's up to Watson how to read that information, how to process, and how to answer the question. So even if Watson comes across a piece of unstructured data in a Wikipedia article or in a news article, like one day from his city views a film, he chose to send a watercolor to Einstein's birthplace. Now, are we talking about the same Einstein here? We're not sure, and it's very difficult for a computer to synthesize the meaning of this sentence, decompose that into the actual message which is conveyed, and answer the question with 100% confidence. If it is a structured data, for example, if it had access to a table which had the list of physicists and their birthplaces in a table, it is very, very easy for a computer to just look up for Einstein and then tell that Ulm is his birthplace. But the problem is to deal with that unstructured data and still answer the questions. Anybody who is working on big data space will understand better on the problems of dealing with this unstructured data. But to compound that, Watson also deals with understanding the semantics of the language, natural language, to find an answer to that. Another example is when we ask Welsh-Ran this, it needs to understand that this there in the question refers to a company. So it needs to know what is a company, what is a person, what is the dependency between a person and a company. People work for a company, people run companies. So it needs to know these basics. Another example, if I give a text like in cell division, mitosis splits the